Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, I want to give you an update on Hurricane Matthew. The death toll continues to rise in Haiti and in the United States. I mean, a lot of folks, the media just goes away because the storm is hit and gone. But the floodwaters and the people still dying out here is tragic. 19 people are now dead in North Carolina. They're continuing to drown and die. They've been killed by floodwaters after Hurricane Matthew swamped the state with record rains. The governor is reporting this morning. Now, there's been 38 people killed in America from Hurricane Matthew, half of them in the state of North Carolina. This has happened in 5 states. 2 more people have been confirmed dead overnight. I cannot emphasize, according to Governor Pat McCrory, he says, I cannot emphasize enough to stay away from the water. It will kill you. All right? Matthew has been blamed for 38 deaths, half of which are in North Carolina. Another person was estimated in a confrontation with a state trooper in North Carolina, where emergency crews spent Monday rescuing residents stranded by the floodwaters. Another man was driving through the water in a Humvee when a trooper shot him. All right. Now, the Department of Safety statement said the man who was shot had taken out a handgun and was acting hostile toward the deputies. The incident, which happened, is a very difficult circumstance, and of course, it's under investigation. More than 2,000 people have been rescued during and after the storm, as the floodwaters have filled homes, washed away streets, bridges, of course, and so on. So, really, folks, we're praying for all of you down there in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, even Virginia. There's parts that have had flooding, and so we're really praying for everybody in the Southeast, along the coastal area. We knew this. You know, think back just a couple weeks ago when Matthew was forming. The weathermen, all of the storm chasers, the meteorologists, don't worry about it hitting the United States. But BP Earthwatch kept saying, this thing is tilting, it's sliding northwest, not northeast, like they told us it was going to do. And it looks like as if, and he predicted it about 7-8 days in advance, that this thing was going to hit the Florida coast, and it did. And so I think I'm really glad he did that, because I think what he did, he probably helped a lot of folks go ahead and evacuate, get away from the shores, get away from the coastal area, and that's no doubt saved a lot of lives. And at the last second, the weather departments and the National Weather Agency and FEMA and those guys finally recognized we were on a collision course with this storm, and it did hit. Now, the real devastation, folks, though, disastrously, is in Haiti. The death toll has now risen over 1,000. People are dead. They are still dying down there from the floods and from the cholera outbreak, which is off the charts. And now no food, no water. No food, no water. So they drink the water that's floating in the street. And then cholera breaks out. Disease, no sewage systems have been washed away. No food, no transportation, no shelter. It's out of control. It's a humanitarian nightmare. And they've been looking for the Clinton Foundation. We're getting reports there's been no planes, there's been no food delivery, nothing from the Clinton Foundation, which originally said this is how they started their foundation, was from the earthquake in Haiti back in 2000, I believe, in 4. And we have, while they're struggling, we don't know what the Red Cross is no doubt trying their best. I'm sure that Franklin Graham and Samarian Purse will be involved in the rescue efforts. No doubt about that in my mind. And there's other organizations that are trying. And maybe the Clinton Foundation will show up. But right now, pray for the people of Haiti. Pray for the people of Haiti. And just pray that God will help these folks in such a time of a disaster. So we're heartbroken over this, and And we're just going to continue to stay on top of the story. Don't forget about North Carolina. North Carolina is really, 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 really underwater. We need to pray for the folks there. A lot of people lost power in America. Over 2 million people did. Over 200,000 still don't have power right now. And so we need to continue to pray as the cleanup efforts and the rebuilding efforts begin. God bless all of you. We'll be going live at 11 a.m. this morning, an hour early. So you don't want to miss today's broadcast today. That's right. The coming apocalypse starting at 11 a.m. All right. Live from Hyman, Pennsylvania. God bless. Are you serious? Are you literally serious? Asteroids! Well, there are people freaking out right now, folks, that September 23rd or 24th, the Earth is potentially going to get hit with a massive, catastrophic, apocalyptic, cataclysmic asteroid deep impact. Now, wait a minute. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Go ahead and make some more coffee and just relax. BP Earth Watch has put out a very good video. I'll put the link below, explaining why we're hearing this. There was a guy who put out a video a few days ago, the fact that he had a college buddy of his who now works for the Foreign Ministry office in Kuwait, who is saying that there is significant concerns of asteroid impact. Now, I know this. I reported it earlier, I forgot when, a few days ago, that China discovered an asteroid. They call it 2009 ES. It's about a mile wide, and it is headed in our direction. They didn't tell us when it was coming, how close to the Earth it would go by, what other debris is flowing along with it, but they do mention it as a concern. They even call it a killer asteroid. Now, what we've understand is, I went to NASA and checked it out. NASA does recognize this asteroid. They confirm it exists, 2009 ES, but they're very vague in the information. They don't give us any approximate time of arrival or going by the Earth or how close. They're keeping that one kind of quiet. I don't know why. Now, here's what I do know. We have according to NASA, the JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, is seeking a robotic spacecraft development for asteroid redirection mission. Get this. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, has issued a request for a proposal seeking a design, development, and build of the robotic spacecraft that will capture a multi-ton asteroid boulder from deep space during the first segment of an agency's asteroid redirection mission. The RFP is open to the 4 industry partners that previously completed their conceptual designs of the spacecraft. ARM is a 2-part mission that will integrate robotic and crewed spacecraft operations, improving the ground of deep space to demonstrate key capabilities needed for the NASA's journey to Mars. So the robotics segment of the mission completed its key decision point B review in August, which served as an authority of the JPL to proceed with its next procurement phase. There are 4 vendors that are trying to come up with this spacecraft. They want this robotic segment, or ARM, to be able to demonstrate some advanced high power, high throughput solar electric propulsion. Now, NASA is admitting, matter of fact, in the year 2021, and I've shared this with you before in my last video about the killer asteroid. They, in the year 2021, they want to launch this space probe. They want to send it up to a major asteroid, pick a boulder up off the asteroid, and then ride alongside the asteroid, hoping that the gravitational pull will be just enough to nudge the asteroid in a little bit, redirecting it so that when it goes by the Earth, it will not pose any threat. So obviously NASA knows there are certain asteroids headed in our direction. The Bible tells us we will have 2 deep impacts. That's not a fairy tale. This is a prophecy. It is going to happen. When, I don't know. But I have a feeling that the elitists do know. And matter of fact, they're building underground cities for the elitists to survive a catastrophic event. Even Jesus said there'll be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring, and men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, for your redemption is drawing nigh. Well, in Revelation 8, I'm going to come back to you here. There's an Armageddon office, that, and I reported on this a long time ago. Back in January of this year, NASA Armageddon office aims to protect the earth from the doomsday asteroids. The White House has sanctioned this Armageddon office. Its job is to check, to scour space, to go where no man has gone before, and to find the doomsday asteroids threatening the earth. And you can know this. We will get hit. We will get hit twice. In Revelation 8, verse 8, it says, the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and a third part of the sea became blood. And a third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died. And the third part of the ships were destroyed. And a third angel sounded. There fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter or poisonous from radiation from a deep impact. So there's going to be two of them. One's going to hit sea, one's going to hit land. They are going to happen. Here's the situation. We don't know the day, the hour when Christ is coming, and we really don't know, at least we don't know, us little people, we don't know when they're going to impact the earth, but we know they're going to. And so does NASA, and so do all of the scientists. And little by little, they're leaking out concerns. And what's causing the heavens to shake? What's bringing this galactical belt of asteroids and meteorites? Is it Planet X? Is it Nibiru? Is it the dwarf star? Is it planet number 9? Is it planet 7X? Call it whatever you want to. Is this what's going to bring about the doomsday effect? The world won't come to an end from both of the impacts, but you'll think it has. Are you saved? Trust me on this one. You don't want to be left behind. And we could have some deep impacts. Matter of fact, I believe we will have some deep impacts before Christ returns. This thing is getting close. And as far as this week, September 23rd or 4th, I don't think you have to worry about that. But you better get things right with God.